He did, and that's fine. I went out of my way to troll him a little bit now. You want to fight? Come on. I mean, I ain't tripping. You ain't got to troll me. Come see me. That's who I am. I don't do talk well, you know?
Have you heard anything from him or anybody in the camp?
No, I ain't heard nothing yet, but they know where I'm at, and they know how to find me.
I mean, you think there's a possibility, Roy? Like,
when people have opinions, it's cool too. I got opinions, and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked. Because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always ready, wide open, ready to go.
Roy Jones said that, of course, Floyd made more money than him, but he's a greater fighter of the two.
No. Floyd backed up everything. No. Floyd's a better fighter between the two. Better skills, more technique, the discipline, everything else.
Okay, one for Floyd.
The long-running tension between Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. has finally reached a clear outcome inside the boxing ring as both fighters continue to trade strong words. This happened after Roy Jones reacted to online comments aimed at Mayweather by openly challenging him to a fight. Floyd then confirmed that he is willing to step in the ring with Jones later this year.
If you let him move around and do what he want to do, he's going to beat you. Because he's very explosive and he's very mean.
I was going to say mean.
To me, people don't give him enough credit. People always say, well, Floyd would beat Sugar. No, baby, Floyd is not as nearly as mean as Sugar was.
You don't think he would have beat him?
How? How you gonna keep him off of him? Right. Sugar is a dog. Yeah. Just cause his name Sugar don't mean nothing. Yeah. Sugar is a dog.
During a June 17th appearance on the All the Smoke Fight podcast with Andre Ward, boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. shared a bold opinion that Sugar Ray Leonard would have defeated Floyd Mayweather if both men fought at their best. He explained that many fans believe Floyd would beat Sugar, but he strongly disagreed by saying Floyd was not as aggressive as Sugar. Jones said Sugar was a true fighter and his nickname did not reflect his toughness, and he felt Sugar never gets enough respect for that side of him. He added that while he likes Floyd and respects his career, it would be very difficult for Floyd to clearly beat Sugar, and said Floyd would need to approach that fight in a completely different way.
Entitled to their own opinion, and I'm glad that Roy Jones feels that way about himself. Every fighter that's gave the sport of boxing their whole life and sacrificed a lot inside that square circle, they should feel that way. So if he feels that way, more power to him.
He said that Floyd might have a chance only if he changed his style, because what Floyd used against most fighters in his prime would not work against Sugar. He explained that Sugar had an extra quality which was pure heart, and while people assume Floyd also has heart, it has never truly been tested since he was never pushed that far. Jones said there was no doubt about Sugar because everyone had seen his toughness before. These remarks clearly upset Mayweather, which became obvious when Floyd posted clips on his Instagram story on July 6th showing Roy Jones Jr. getting knocked out in past fights, and those videos quickly spread across social media.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez, because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
When that's not how that goes. That's not reality.
Roy Jones Jr. has now responded to Mayweather trolling him by posting a message on Instagram on July 9th with the title Public Service Announcement. He addressed boxing fans around the world and said he understands that people enjoy the sport and that everyone has opinions and disagreements. He explained that he also has the right to share his own views and speak his mind. Jones said that if someone was trying to send him a hidden message, then the message was received. He finished by saying that if Floyd wants to prove he is better than him, then he is always ready, standing open and prepared for a fight, and all Mayweather has to do is reach out.
Do you respect the Floyd 50-0, or is it like...
You gotta respect anything a person does to stay undefeated that long. So I respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50-0 that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Chavez was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could retire at 80-0. You go ever top that? No.
It is obvious who the message was aimed at, and many expect Mayweather to respond with an exhibition fight possibly happening soon. Fans do not often get to watch two boxing legends exchange words after retiring, but when it does happen, everyone shares an opinion. One fan joked that Roy Jones Jr. should have expected this reaction. The fan said Roy should have known Floyd would respond and that he should not be surprised by it. The comment reminded people that Floyd Mayweather was known for his trash talk during his prime, and it appears that ability is still very much alive today.
Roy Jones explains why Floyd and he were so different.
We still two different things. He was a social media blowout. He blew it away. You feel me? And that fit his character because he could do it, and do things the way he did it. He was smarter. I wanted to play King of the Hill. He didn't care to play King of the Hill. He wanted to play King of the...
Another fan shared his reason for believing Floyd Mayweather was superior to Roy Jones Jr. by pointing out that Floyd was never knocked out or even knocked down during his career and also never failed a drug test while Roy did. The user stated that this difference matters when comparing the two fighters. It is worth noting that Roy Jones Jr. tested positive for androgen following his light heavyweight title bout against Richard Hall in May 2000.
Is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't. Listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his...
At the same time, another fan pointed out that Roy Jones Jr. has taken several shots at Mayweather over the years and said Roy has been speaking negatively about Floyd for a long time. While it is possible that Jones does not have any personal hatred toward Mayweather, his view of boxing clearly does not match Floyd's style or approach. Another user suggested a different reason behind Jones' comments by claiming that he may be doing it to stay relevant as his finances decline.
Yeah, I think he's a nice guy. Floyd Mayweather added in Roy Jones Jr.
I mean, look, once a fighter, always a fighter. Look, if you're going to attack Floyd's character, he's going to attack you back. That's just the bottom line. It's like with me and Berlanga. If you're going to try to attack, like with me, I'm just having fun.
An exhibition fight between Mayweather and Jones may not excite everyone, but it would likely bring in big money for both fighters. Another fan appeared to support Jones Jr. and shared a sarcastic opinion on the situation by saying Roy should have taken easier fights like Floyd and he could have been called the best before Floyd ever was. Still, many people point out that Floyd has faced top-level opponents throughout his career, including Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao, Marcos Maidana, Juan Manuel Marquez, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, and Oscar de la Hoya, among others.
Not because he did a great job, but he did it for himself, and it worked for him. But everybody now wants the Mayweather concept, because Mayweather made so much money, staying undefeated, waiting till the right time to fight Pacquiao, fighting the right people to fight at the right time. He monopolized the business. But the problem was, it only made him money.
Before calling out Floyd Mayweather for a fight, Roy Jones Jr., a boxing legend himself, spoke openly in a recent interview where he rejected the idea of Mayweather being one of the greatest fighters ever. He went further by saying he would not place Floyd on the GOAT list at all. Jones said that if someone believes Muhammad Ali is not the greatest of all time, then they are showing total disrespect, and added that without respect for Ali, he cannot respect their opinion. He explained that true greatness is not only about having an undefeated record but also about sacrifice, influence, and cultural impact. Jones pointed out that Ali gave up the prime years of his career by standing against the Vietnam War and still returned to dominate the sport. To Roy Jones Jr., that level of sacrifice and legacy is what real greatness truly means.
Fight? Yeah, if you want it. If you want it, what's your final message to Floyd? You already know. You ready? Yeah, I'm going that way. That's it. There's nothing ever change. You can knock him out. Your prime versus his prime, you were way better, right? You got an X? Are you gonna get an exhibition before that or something?
Floyd Mayweather retired with a perfect 5-0-0 record, defeating legends like Manny Pacquiao, Oscar de la Hoya, and Canelo Alvarez, and has long called himself TBE the best ever. But in 2024 his comments showed a more complex view. He acknowledged Ali for opening doors but also pointed out Ali's loss to Leon Spinks, who had only 7 professional fights at the time. Floyd said Ali is a legend, but if you focus on stats and wins, he has never lost his title to someone so inexperienced. Roy Jones Jr. clearly wasn't impressed by Floyd's focus on numbers. Floyd didn't directly respond to Jones's recent remarks, but he posted a video of Roy Jones Jr. getting knocked out on his Instagram story, making his point very clear.
All right, Roy calls out Floyd Mayweather, and this ain't a good look. I mean, come on, man. Roy addicted to the game like Jordan Payton. Roy need to go sit down, man. And Floyd Mayweather don't fight black fighters, even in exhibitions, dude. He ain't trying to fight nobody melanated. Go on, sit down, Roy. I know it's a bad...
The message was clear. Mayweather likes to make his point with visuals and subtle shade. Their ongoing back and forth shows the bigger debate in boxing about what makes a fighter great. Is it undefeated records and defense, or legacy, activism, and influence beyond the ring? Either way, this rivalry shows no signs of ending. On July 8, Jake Paul spoke to Fight Hype about Mayweather's response to Jones Jr.'s comments. He said Roy is the true legend and that Mayweather shouldn't have come at him like that. When asked who was better in their primes, Paul said Roy was the superior fighter at his peak, though Floyd stayed consistent throughout his career. Paul made it clear he would side with Roy Jones Jr. if a hypothetical fight between them happened.
Clips of his fights getting knocked out. What do you think about that?
Nah, Roy's the legend, bro. You can't come for Roy like that.
Now, who do you think was better in their prime? Roy or Floyd?
I would say Roy was better during the prime, but Floyd stayed consistent.
But one boxing legend has chosen to stay neutral. Manny Pacquiao weighed in on the growing feud between Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather with a clear and calm statement. The conflict flared up after Jones Jr. praised Sugar Ray Leonard over Mayweather on the All the Smoke Fight podcast, and Mayweather responded by posting several knockout clips of Jones Jr., adding fuel to the fire. When asked about the dispute, Pacquiao took a diplomatic approach, focusing on unity instead of making comparisons. He told Fight Hype, "I don't like to compare what we have done as long as we accomplish something that inspires the boxing fans."
Who is the better fighter in their prime?
Look, in their prime, I mean, I got to give it up to both guys, but, I mean, look, we're retired, man. Let's keep this fighting thing for the young bucks, you know?
So you fought Floyd, you fought him, so you know, you know firsthand, you know his talent, but Roy in his prime, when he was like Superman, before the knockouts, before everything.
He stressed that every fighter's accomplishments should be respected on their own without comparisons or unnecessary drama. Pacquiao's comments show his belief that ranking or debating fighters can take away from the true spirit of boxing. In the same Fight Hype interview he said, "I don't like that," referring to Jones Jr.'s ranking of fighters, and encouraged respect over rivalry. Pacquiao sees boxing legends as sources of inspiration rather than medals to compete over. His view reflects his overall philosophy. Even after his 2015 fight with Mayweather, which became the highest-grossing PPV event ever, Pacquiao has stayed humble, focusing on family, faith, and giving back, unlike Mayweather.
Most fighters aren't afraid to fight nobody if they don't get paid for it properly. The problem is, you don't want to take a $5 million fight and you only get $50,000 for it, because if you lose it, that's almost the end of the day for you. Why would you put yourself on the line for that? It makes common sense what people do. It made sense what Floyd Mayweather did.
The Filipino boxer recently criticized Mayweather as boastful and focused on material wealth, saying, "I pity him for choosing wealth over spiritual wealth." Now preparing for a comeback at age 46 against Mario Barrios on July 19, 2025, Pacquiao is showing that his role goes beyond the ring. His calm and thoughtful words to Jones Jr. highlight his position as a link between boxing's past and future, proving that true sportsmanship goes beyond competition. As he returns to the spotlight, he rejects public comparisons and urges fans to focus on inspiration rather than rankings. By distancing himself from materialism, Pacquiao reinforces his spiritual and charitable values. His balanced approach shows him not just as a fighter, but as a guiding voice in boxing's enduring legacy.
What do you think about Roy and Floyd going back and forth? I just talked to him. Roy was really worked up about it. What do you think, Andre?
They fighters, man. Andre, we're going this way.
They fighters. Isn't that the biggest fight in boxing today? Like, if that would have really happened, you think it could happen?
Watch out, Andre can still throw hands now. Don't mess with him like that.
They fighters, bro.
Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather Jr. are two of boxing's biggest legends, each leaving a lasting impact on the sport. Both are celebrated as the top pound-for-pound fighters of their times, sparking constant debates about who truly deserves the title of the greatest of all time. Mayweather, with his flawless 5-0-0 record, is often seen as the best pound-for-pound boxer ever. His unmatched defense and ability to control every fight made him a standout performer. On top of that, his career was a huge commercial success, featuring 4 of the 5 highest-grossing pay-per-view events in boxing history.
With Roy Jones Jr.
Boy, man, whether anybody else got one smoke the word Jones, you know damn well they can get in them. Have they ever been a question? That's one thing that's different from Roy. That's the difference between Roy and Floyd. Roy picked who he fought. Roy fought whoever the fuck came. You my left. So don't get me tough. Y'all made me tough. Don't get me.